How's it going, Yankee fans? Welcome back to Fireside Yankees with Alex and Ryan. Apologies, a little hoarse this morning. Was at Billy's last night with Sam, and it was an absolute riot. Energy, vibes, immaculate. You could feel the stadium rocking from there. It was just insane and so much fun to experience a Yankee win. Honestly, I don't know if I can go out drinking like that on a Tuesday again. I know they win the only game that I was there. They win. Now I feel like I have to go back. I don't know if I can do it, guys. I think I may have to sit this one out, but I'll tell you what, man. Last night's game, just fighting to the death, do or die. And it started out the same way as it usually does, Ryan. A Freddie Freeman 2-run home run to start things off. The vibes were down, the vibes were low, but the homegrown talent, the homegrown kid, Anthony Volpe shows up with a grand slam in the third inning. What a moment for Anthony Volpe. He said he blacked out when it went over the fence. He hit that thing, and you're going to tell us about some numbers shortly here. Volpe is hitting the absolute crap out of the baseball this postseason, my friends. And to see him go full circle, standing next to Derek Jeter, the picture circulating online, with him in that moment, idolizing this hero from Yankee past, and then becoming that hero, full circle fate. Last night, special moment for Anthony Volpe. So happy for him. He wants this more than anybody. 3-1, the Yankees are down. They're not out, but they're down. But they got Garrett Cole on the mound tonight. They got Garrett Cole in a do-or-die situation. There is no pitcher you would want on earth more than Garrett Cole in a performance like tonight. He has not given up more than 2 earned runs in his last 3 starts. 1 run in 2 of those 3 starts. 1 run in the last start in the Dodgers opener. 1 run over 6 innings. There's nobody else that we want tonight than Garrett Cole. He is going out there and he's going to put on an absolute masterclass. The Yankee offense against Jack Flaherty, you've already seen Jack Flaherty once. He got lucky on a couple pitches. He gave up a 2-run homer to Giancarlo Stanton. This is not a situation where the Yankees can go into this game and say, we don't know how to hit this guy. His velocity is down. The Yankees got to hit him, man. Ryan, this is imperative. They have to knock Jack Flaherty out of this game by the 4th inning. Get into this bullpen. They've already seen a couple of these guys. I know they used some of them last night. Most of them guys they don't want to touch. Kasparius and Landon Knack and Honeywell. Like, these guys they're throwaway bullpen arms, and we destroyed them. We demolished them. We got to go out there and demolish their starters now. It's a different task. It's a different situation. The Bronx is going to be bumping. They're coming off a big 11-4 win. The momentum is with this Yankee team. The vibes are high. The vibes are immaculate. But how do you beat Jack Flaherty, Ryan? How are you feeling after yesterday's game? What do you think happens tonight? And most of all, tell me a little bit about your thoughts about Anthony Volpe, the kid, coming up in a heroic situation, saving the season when everything was on the line. You got to give it to him, man. Just absolutely one of those performances you'll remember for a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, when it comes to Anthony Volpe, he is, as you mentioned, hitting the crap out of the ball. 96.6 mile per hour average exit velocity in the postseason, 58.1% hard hit rate. For context, that compares with guys like, the Aaron Judge in the regular season, Giancarlo Stanton, Sotos of the world, where they're just demolishing baseball, high exit velo numbers. He's consistently doing damage on contact. His ability to put bat on ball has not been like a problem this year. It's been the ability to do damage on contact, and I think he's finally swinging harder. He's just saying, hey, I came up through this system being a power hitting infielder. I am a power hitting infielder. I can hit like that, and I love it. I love it. That's exactly the kind of player he has to be. It's the exact kind of player that you should be pushing him for him to be. Not a power hitter in the sense to sell out for power, but hey, dude, you should be able to hit 20 home runs. He has 20 home run power. He can be, a guy who changes the game with a swing. The Yankees have really, I think this series, up until game 4, the problem has been it's either Soto or Stanton hits a home run or no one's going to hit a home run because no one in that lineup is doing anything offensively, right? If you can get your bottom of the lineup to be locked in the way they were last night, I mean, Wells did an absolute just hammer shot to right field for a home run. Almost went yard twice yesterday because of that ball to right center field. Volpe's a great defensive player. He's a great base runner. They executed the double steal, him and Wells, when Verdugo was up. That helped them get another run across, although Glaber ended up hitting a bomb, so would it have really mattered? I don't care. I don't know. But you can't assume that Glaber's going to hit a bomb. You can't assume anyone's going to hit a bomb in the next at-bat. That's just kind of rule of thumb. And then as it pertains to tonight's game, Flaherty's a great pitcher. He's a great pitcher who, struggled in the postseason. He was mechanically off. He was mechanically on against the Yankees, although he was dealing with some hamstring issues when he gave up the bomb to Stanton. If he's banged up in any sense, you've got to beat him up. As you mentioned, we are not going to win this game if we don't get to the starter. We're not. Like you can't go down 2-0, 3-0 through this first 6 innings and expect to win a game, right? It takes a heroic effort to win a game after that. You have to attack early. The Yankees have to be the first team to score here. What I liked in this game was that the Yankees got fastballs of the plate and they finally started swinging at them. They took 24 four-seam fastballs, the most for any team outside of the Washington Nationals in this season in Game 3. And I thought it was a pathetic performance offensively, truly. Like, I mean, the Yankees would get fastballs and they just wouldn't ever adjust to the fact that the Dodgers are throwing fastballs early and are basically saying, hey, we're going to set up early with the fastball, get ahead 0-1, try to get ahead 0-2, and then put your way at the breaking ball. The Yankees have not countered that at any step of the way. Someone I want to give credit to because he is one of the most criticized Yankees, granted, not for bad reasons. It's not like this is a guy who, has played well all year. I thought Alex Verdugo had some great at-bats yesterday. I thought Alex Verdugo really, really had great at-bats yesterday. When he gets a run in to make it 7-4, I mean, that at-bat was beautiful, right? I mean, he's getting everything in Honeywell's arsenal, and Verdugo found a way to keep fighting and play to run. He scored the first run of the game with a ground out, made sure the Yankees didn't come up empty with runners in scoring position, which they have all postseason. They've been atrocious, Alex, with runners in scoring position this postseason. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They've been brutally bad. They hit 2 home runs, I believe, of runner in scoring position yesterday. They had 3 in the entire postseason before that game. So, I mean, they really couldn't hit with those situations. Hopefully, this is a start of things to come, because if the Yankees just randomly turn it on and they get all of that, like they were OPSing around 550, 560, 600 runner scoring position to suddenly, hey, now they're hot again, because they were a great team with runner scoring position this year. They had, an OPS in the 800s. It's about games to start early. It's about finally coming through runner scoring position, and you need a great start from Garrett Cole. This bullpen's done its job. This bullpen has done the bullpen has done everything you could want and more. This rotation needs to keep stepping up. They need to find a way to step up. Cole has to do a job tonight. He's the ace. There's no exceptions. He has to do a job tonight. It's do or die, backs against the wall. You want to make history? Because that's what Jazz was talking about after the game. History, make history. Great. Do a job tonight. One at a time. Just do a job.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you painted the picture well. They got to knock Jack Flaherty out of this game early. They have to do it with their best pitcher on the mound in Garrett Cole. This Yankee team, they didn't get this far, and I think Mookie Betts even said it best. They didn't get this far without being resilient, right? The Yankees, they fought, they clawed, they battled. Yeah, maybe they had an easier path to the World Series than the NL opponents. Maybe the Padres, obviously the Mets, they gave the Dodgers a run for their money, and the Yankees kind of skirted by the Royals. They beat the Cleveland, and the Dodgers are a little bit different of an opponent here. But by no means, this Yankee team does not have the talent to win this World Series. By no means does they not have the talent to win on any given night. And the Dodgers, if they lose tonight, the excuses will start to fly. Ohtani's not healthy. We don't have our pitchers, and that's how you know they're scared. You know what I mean? That's how you know when the excuses start to fly, they're getting a little worried. All right, this is why we're losing. This is why things aren't going our way. But when things are going great, everything's fine, right? The Yankees right now have nothing to lose. They have everything to gain. They're 3-1 down in this series, and they have everything to gain from winning this fucking game tonight, right? You go back to LA. The Yankees are a good team on the road. You have Carlos Rodon in Game 6, hypothetically, if they win tonight. Maybe it's not the best situation in the world, but you've already seen Yamamoto. You've already seen Flaherty. Ohtani's clearly banged up. There is a clear path for the Yankees to get back into this series. You win tonight, this is a brand new series to me, Ryan. 3-2 is a competitive series. 3-0, you're dead in the water. 3-1, you're treading. You're not there. There's a small rock tied to your ankle. 3-2, you never know. 3-2, you're back in this fucking series. That's what I have to say right now. You're back in this freaking thing, and you're ready to compete. Because you go back to LA, the Yankees had some success at times. It was just inconsistent and volatile. The thing about this Yankee team, Ryan, is that they go through cold streaks like this, right? They go through streaks where their bats don't show up. They're down in the dirt. They're hanging their heads. But then the next day, suddenly they put 11 runs on the board. And then suddenly the bats are awake, and suddenly they're hitting. I saw some really, really good at-bats last night. Better than we've seen all series long. Yeah, it wasn't the same pitchers. It was against Kasparius and Landon, and they're not good. They're bad. But that little bit of confidence is all you really need sometimes to be disciplined, be there in the moment, and soak in all that energy and all that time. The Bronx is going to be bumping tonight, right? The fans are going to be behind them. 3-2 is a new series. Now the question is, you know, who has to step up in this game? Who's going to be the guy that really does the damage? I saw some really good at-bats from Aaron Judge last night, Ryan. Really good at-bats. He took a couple walks where he was down early in the count. He worked it all the way, and he was taking pitches that, sometimes are errors from these umpires. They're calling strikes, but you see it there, and it's a ball. He was taking really close sliders in the bottom left corner that could have gone either way, but they were balls. Sometimes the human error takes over and we see a bad call, but Judge's eye was locked in last night. He had that single late that was really, really good. I thought that for the most part, he was looking great in terms of those at-bats. What were you thinking about Aaron Judge? I think he may have a big game tonight. I think he's locked in right now. He was seeing the ball well. Is he hitting home runs? He's close, man. He had another one yesterday that looked like it was out the second he hit it. It was another hanging slider. He's going to catch up to one of these. He's going to pump one into the stands. I think that this might be one of those games that Judge takes over. I know we've been saying this. We've been hoping for it. But though the at-bats last night, they were really, really good. They were excellent at-bats. So I think that this might be one. If he gets a couple pitches to hit, and like you said, if Jack Flaherty's still a little hurt, that hamstring, is tightening up on him, he's not able to push further into this game, I think Judge may be able to get one. What are you thinking right now? Who do you think steps up in this one?
It has to be Aaron Judge. I mean, you can't expect Anthony Volpe to hit grand slam every game. Can't expect, your bullpen to throw up zeros every single game. It's not possible. It's not. It's just not, right? Like Volpe having a good postseason, you expect a guy who's, not a 60 home run hitter to hit a home run every game, then you're relying on the wrong things. It's got to be Aaron Judge. They were in a three-hole because Aaron Judge wasn't hitting. As you mentioned, looked better last night. Finally got hit with runner in scoring position. It's his first since 2022 in the postseason. I mean, he has 3 now since 2018. Has to do a job. Has to do a job. 3 games, right? You win 3 games, you win the World Series. No team's ever forced to Game 6 after being down 3 on the World Series. You'd put the Dodgers in uncharted territory if you win tonight. Alex, there is one guy who hasn't hit all series. The Yankees have won in the postseason consistently without their superstar, greatest player, like best hitter, whatever you want to say, without their guy, right? Like I don't know if people understand that Aaron Judge is like I've heard people say like, one player can't change everything, can't pin the whole thing on one player can't change an offense, whatever. This isn't basketball, it's about depth, whatever. I'm sorry, Alex. Aaron Judge is the one player in this sport who, he can single-handedly win a baseball game. I've seen the Yankees score 7 runs. You're like, wow, what a big day at the plate for the Yankees. Aaron Judge, 6 RBIs. It's like, Aaron Judge had a big day at the plate. The other guys just showed up. The other guys other guys are doing cardio. Other guys are doing window shopping. Aaron Judge showed up, right? If Aaron Judge hits a 3-run home run tonight, that wins you a game. Probably wins you a game, right? I mean, if he's that guy, 3 wins in 3 going 3 for 3 in these next 3 games, it's not that hard. If Aaron Judge is that guy, if he shows up, it's not that hard. And Alex, I don't know about you, but if he leads this team to an unforeseen historical comeback in the World Series, do you care what his ALCS OPS was? Do you care what his ALDS? Fuck the ALDS. Excuse my part of my French. If you're a kid listening to this, skip probably to the next 15 seconds ahead. All right, great. Fuck the ALDS. Fuck the LCS. Fuck games 1 through 3. You show up in games 4, 5, 6, and 7, and you win those games. I don't care about the other games. You got 3 games. You got 3 games to turn your legacy from great regular season player, poor postseason player, to great regular season player. Had some struggles in the postseason, but who cares? Because he did a job, right? Hero. You're hero. You're right. Not even all the stipulations of no. Hero. Just hero. One word. You're right. We don't care about the ALDS and the LCS. It's behind us. It's behind. It doesn't matter anymore. 3 games. Aaron Judge, show up, do your job. We're behind you. Do a job.
Yeah, and look, nobody cares that Gleyber Torres was absolutely horrific the first half of the season, right? Nobody cares. Gleyber Torres has been one of our best players since the All-Star break, right? Alex Verdugo, 2 back-to-back quality games. I mean, like the home run in Game 3 was kind of late. We were out of the count. The game was over. But that at-bat, that moment sets you up for a good next day. The bottom 3 batters in this order, Ryan, had 6 or 7 RBIs last night? 5 hits combined? Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and Verdugo they put on a show last night. They saved the Yankee season. They were getting lots of walks at the top of the order, but Juan Soto struck out twice, right? Like this is sometimes the most unlikely end up becoming the heroes. They end up becoming the guys that save a season. They end up becoming the guys that, revive a situation, revive a fan base, revive a team, bring you back from the dead. I think that those superstars that when all the pressure's on them, everyone's expecting them to produce and they fail, other guys got to pick them up too. Like they're human at the end of the day. But when those guys that you don't think are going to step up, those Volpes of the world, the guy that no one was thinking he was going to hit a grand slam right there, maybe a single, punch one in, that moment right there inspires a whole team. You know what I mean? It inspires your superstars. Juan Soto and Aaron Judge are coming in locked in today. They're out for blood now. They feel the moment. They feel like this is a possibility now. If the Dodgers can win 3 in a row, why can't the Yankees? If you're tied up 3-3 in this series, it's 0-0, right? It is 0-0. That is it. It is a do or die. It is elimination. You go home or you're a World Series champion. 3-3 is a different world. Now we're far from that. We're 3-1 right now. But the Yankees are oddly positioned well in this series to make a comeback. If there ever was a chance, they are positioned quite well for this. Why? You have Garrett Cole right now in the Bronx tonight with an 11-4 demolishing of the Dodgers last night coming to fruition today. The bats are hot. The bats are back, right? They're swinging. And what I saw from Austin Wells last night, Ryan, he'd been missing those high fastballs all postseason. Every one of those high fastballs he was getting, he was swinging underneath of it. He made one small adjustment, and he cooked one of the fucking bleachers. You know what I mean? If we get hot Austin Wells, and he's cooking, and he's hitting, and you get Aaron Judge, and he's cooking, he's hitting, you get Juan Soto, one of those legendary Soto at-bats, Glaber's getting on base, I don't see why not. Why not us? You know what I mean? Why not us?
If you're driving into work, if you're on the train, wherever you are, Soto Shuffle's got to be banging on your playlist. I was driving to school. I am currently in my school right now. That's why the lighting isn't great. Max volume, window down, blasting that thing. Guys, you don't know when you're going to play another World Series game again, right? After 2009, I don't think anybody thought it was going to take 15 years. And it did, right? Got it tonight. Keep bringing the energy. And the thing I love is that, prices went down for Game 4, and that place was rocking more than it was in Game 3 because the real Yankee fans were there. The real Yankee fans were there. You know what I'm saying? Need it to be lively again. Need it to be lively. Lively. Let's do a job tonight. Garrett Cole, let's do it. Right? We're playing with house money. No one expects us to win. This is me. If this is the team, we'll find out tonight. We'll find out by Sunday, right? At the very latest, Sunday we'll know if this team can do the impossible. Just take it one game at a time. Make history tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, 3-2 is a new series to me, right? 3-2 is you're in this thing. Yeah, you're one game from elimination, but you are alive, right? You're alive at 3-2 because all you have to do is win one more game, and it's 3-3, and it's do or die for the World Series for a chance at glory, right? We've watched this Yankee team all season long, Ryan. All season long. We have detailed every ounce of this team. We've seen the ups. We've seen the downs. We've seen the volatility. We've seen the positives. And one thing I can say about this Yankee team is maybe a lot of people overrated them. Maybe a lot of people said they had an easy path to the World Series. But nobody has looked and watched this team as close as we have, Ryan. No one has looked at the numbers. No one has looked at the stats. No one has looked at the at-bat changes, the tweaks, the Volpe changes of the at-bats, his stance, the Glaber changes. No one has seen it except if you're inside that fucking building. Nobody has seen as much as we have this season. We've been locked in, providing this level of analysis for months. And the one thing I can say that at the end of all of it was this Yankee team is a team of hot and cold, right? If they are cold, they're losing. But if this Yankee team is hot, it is really hard to stop them from winning, right? If they get hot right now, if yesterday's game was the game that reignites that spark, that fuels that fire, that compounds on a little bit of hope and glory, this team is going to win the next 2 games. Because they are a team of, when they're cold, they were hot against the Royals, they were hot against Cleveland, and they get a little cold. They went a little cold. That grand slam in Game 1, that turned off the switch, right? That turned off the flame. It was like extinguishing it. That's what it felt like. And we said it from the beginning. We're like, oh shit. We were like, we know this team. We know them. This type of moment happens. They sometimes tend to crumble in that moment. They sometimes tend to go quiet and go cold. But last night, if they got hot, if they turned it on again, and they're locked in and they're getting on base and they're hitting for contact, hitting for power, they're going to win the next 2 games, right? Because that is what this Yankee team does. They are hot and cold, and when they are hot, they're almost unstoppable. That's how I feel about this team right now. We have to see if they're hot. We have to see if yesterday was the spark that reignited that flame, reignited that torch. If it is, this is going the distance, in my opinion. Now, Ryan, from your collective experience in this season, looking at all the ups and downs and the volatility, the performance, when it comes to this team, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about their chances? What has been their MO this year? A collective sample size of saying the Yankees are a damn good baseball team. They ran into a damn good Dodgers team in the World Series. But there's nobody that can convince me that this team is not capable, right? The Yankees are just volatile, and that's kind of what their MO has been.
They haven't been the Yankees have played the most dominant game in this series. Dodgers haven't been dominating. Dodgers didn't walk in and drop 7 on us. We've held them to 4 runs in the last 3 games, which isn't great, but we'll take it against that offense. Game 1, we held them to 2 through the first 9, right? Should have won that game. 1 pitch away, 1 out away, right? Painful. It should be a 2-2 series, right? Aaron Judge, if he stepped up, maybe it was a 3-1 series. Maybe the Yankees are up 3-1. Maybe the Yankees win the series already, right? You can kind of picture in your head all the little moments, and the Yankees could have swept. They did this, if they did that. It's behind you now, right? If they lose, yeah, game 1's going to hurt for a very long time for me, because I feel like if they won that game, we'd be talking all right, GC's going, Garrett Cole's going, game 6, let's go. Let's go. Game 5, let's go. Let's go take a lead. Let's take it seriously. Let's take this thing to LA with 2 chances to win the whole World Series. But can't undo it, right? You can't undo that pitch. You can't undo the bad hitting with runner in score position. You can't undo the blister Rodon had that I think took him out. You can't undo Freeman killing the Yankees, right? You can't undo it. Can't undo any of it. All you can do is kind of press forward and do a job. This team's more than capable. Everyone says, oh, they beat the Guardians, they beat the Royals, who cares, whatever. First and foremost, win more games, right? If you're the Padres, the Padres won the World Series, they beat the Dodgers. Well, maybe win more games. You could have played the Phillies, right? If you're the Mets, right? Maybe you should have won more games, right? It's that simple, folks. You see, we won, Alex, if I'm not mistaken, we were the 1 seed, right? So that means we get to play lesser teams because we're good. Maybe other teams should have explored such a phenomenon or such an idea. Not my fault, not our fault. This team had the best record in baseball against teams above 500. It's not a matter of not being able to, Alex, the reason this team made it close in the division was because they couldn't beat bad teams. It's because they couldn't beat they couldn't beat the Blue Jays. They couldn't beat the Rays. They got swept by the fucking Reds. You know what I mean? Couldn't beat good teams, couldn't for our lives. We play good teams and we couldn't beat bad teams for our lives. We play a bad team and we get our ass handed to us. So, this team's capable, man. This team's capable. They can do a job. It's just more than capable. More than capable. It's unlikely. It's unlikely that they win the next 3 games. It's unlikely. But we'll see, right? I've seen unlikely. I've seen this team walk into Houston and take 4. I've seen this team walk into Philly and take 3. Maybe they surprise us. Maybe they walk in here and they take 3. We'll see. But they're more than capable. More than capable. And they were more than capable of winning the series.
Yeah. As you said, the Dodgers 4 runs is not that much. The Yankees can win. If their offense is hot, they're gonna put up 6-7 a game. But that's what I'm saying. The volatility of this team, watching them, they go through stretches of cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, no matter how long it is or what the sample size is. That's been the Yankees for, how many years have we been talking about this same exact storyline, Ryan? Last year was the same thing. The year before that, they get cold at the wrong times. Can they get hot at the right times? Can they hit that spark? Can they hit that stride? Can they get healthy? The Yankees are healthy. They're coming off a huge offensive performance. If the bats get hot, they're going to get back in this series. I fully believe in that. They couldn't be in a better position to get this thing back into a position where they can go back to LA. They're a good road team, the Yankees, and try to even this thing up. Try to push this series to 7. Look, it's a long road from here right now. But I'm saying right now, if this offense wakes up, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to push this series far. I look. I'm optimistic. I'm a Yankee fan at the end of the day. Last night, you see the vibes, you see the energy, that stadium, Billy's. It was rocking. These fans are behind this team. You know what I mean? These fans are fueling the energy for this team. There were people from LA that flew to New York. It was just an absolute show. You know what I mean? Like this city wants to. The city needs it, and I think the Yankees get that. And I think Juan Soto after the game saying, Yankee fans are the best in the world, turning around and just applauding them and, everything how much love these players have for this fan base and how personal it is for everybody. You know what I mean? Like this isn't just a game for a lot of these guys. This is personal stuff. It's personal for Volpe. It's personal for Wells. These guys are not going out there just to play a game of baseball and get contracts and win for themselves. They want to win because they are in the best city on the planet, and they want to win because this fan base is behind them. They want to win because their product represents a legacy, a history of an organization. So, guys, tonight, Garrett Cole on the mound. I'm calling it right now. Judge is hitting a bomb. Judge is hitting a bomb tonight. Garrett Cole's pushing 6 innings, maybe 1-2 earned runs, and that's what we need from him. I'll take 2 earned runs from Cole over 6. Give me that. I'm happy with that, right? Of course, anything better than that, I'm like electric. That's electric, right? The Bronx is going to be bumping. Cole tends to rise to the occasion in games like this. You couldn't be in a better spot if you're the Yankees. If you could, being 3-0, you're never in a good spot. But 3-1, Cole on the mound, offense coming off a masterclass. There's never been a better spot for a team to get back into a series than the Yankees are right now. So, Bats got to stay alive. Bats got to stay hot. Got to stay disciplined. Team's got to fight. Big monumental hits, critical moments. All the whole 9 yards. We know what this team needs right now. So, guys, always happy to hear your thoughts down below in the YouTube comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe as always. And we'll catch you guys on the next Fireside Yankees episode.
Perfect.